Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out.
I am Randy, this is Brian, and I got a hold of the San Diego Comic-Con Hasbro exclusive, what's it called? Like, it came in a big-ass box, which I guess it's pretty cool. The
box is
IDW
cool.
Revolution. Like, I guess it's their way of trying to reestablish forgotten brands, or
this is a bunch of junk in one box. Honestly, like, I'm just gonna...
No, you know what? You're right. It is a bunch of junk.
Yeah.
But I had to get it because, one, I have always wanted a ROM action figure. I do have the old Ideal. Was it Ideal? Do you know which one? The electronic?
Milton Bradley.
Yeah,
Ideal.
Milton Bradley.
Yeah.
You're right. But it's, it's not quite the action figure I always wanted. And I'm a sucker for Visionaries, I guess. I don't know why. It's like they weren't my favorite 80s toy line, but like it's a Visionary. So those were my selling points. And first, can we just talk about that Visionary?
He's got a stash.
He does have a stash.
Always a plus for an 80s toy.
Exactly. Number one, mustache. But you know what? He's got brown. In the old toy, he had brown hair and a brown stash. No big deal. You can change someone's hair color. But like, what was the reasoning? It just seems like, why didn't they just slap some brown paint? But I don't really care. My problem is, it's a Visionary without hologram. Like, the whole toy line was built on holograms.
Yeah, that was hence Visionary, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
It was, like...
It's got a sticker. It's got a reflective sticker that doesn't change.
Is it even reflective? Yeah, I guess it is. But, like, is holographic technology in today's day and age expensive? Is it...
Maybe it's toxic. Maybe they found a reason. Maybe that's why we're, like so weird, because we look
because in the 80s we had
holograms.
We had Visionaries and Supernatural toys.
Yeah.
And dude, everything was holograms. Like, there was like a year or two where holographic technology, like, you remember the watches that were like eyeball technology?
Yeah.
But give us, Hasbro, seriously, don't make a Visionary without a hologram. I mean, come on. Like, you know what they could have done? You remember the cool Tron Legacy toys where you had the push button?
Oh, and they lit up their faces? Yeah, that was sweet.
Some things are worth the risk.
That would be a step up, though. But that would be expensive. But come on. A fucking hologram?
Rom the Flimsy Knight? Like, Jesus, look at him. He's so flimsy, man. I don't, like...
Yeah,
he doesn't look a lot like Rom.
You don't think so?
His head's good,
yeah.
But... I don't know. I'm used to the toy being blocky.
Yeah.
I want him a little bit blockier than this, but
see, I think it was too blocky. Like, look how thick that is on the side.
You don't like that?
No, I don't. I think it's too thick. It looks so such an afterthought. Like, let's just block.
Yeah,
this
put
together.
a block on a GI Joe guy and call it a day.
I think it's an okay figure. It's just not the ROM that I always hoped for. Like, I really, honest to God, always wanted a ROM figure. I don't know what the appeal of ROM the Space Knight is. It was like ROM, Moon Knight, and you know what I mean? Like, for some reason, like, ROM was on the list of, like, I've always wanted a sweet ROM figure.
Everybody had a few ROM comics.
Yeah.
They had good covers.
They had great covers.
It was like an unreadable read.
Yes.
It was so boring.
It was boring, but he looked cool.
So was Moon Knight. Moon Knight had some boring. It was like I would read them and go to sleep.
But he was cool.
Cool, badass.
He was badass. So I mean, it's not a bad ROM figure. It's just not the ROM figure. It doesn't satisfy my lifelong desire for a ROM action figure, and that's kind of a bummer. You get this Jetfire, which this Jetfire was a piece of shit in my opinion. Is that an overstatement to say it was a piece of shit? It was an unfinished product.
It was sort of a piece of shit. I mean, yeah, it was a letdown. I'll give you that. Okay. It was definitely a letdown. This version it's even a bigger piece of shit because it's all flimsy. It's
I think the non-chromed armor
looks way better.
Way better. They should have done that in the first place. Like, the chrome armor of the original was too much.
Damn, that's a lot of bling.
Like, it just didn't need to be that way.
But no joke, this plastic feels like shit. Does it?
Let me check it out again.
Like I remember this toy being very tight when I had it. I mean, I still have it, and it's very tight.
Oh, wow. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's pretty, like...
Yeah. Were there ratchets in the original?
And then its hips, yeah. I mean, it did not fall apart like this at all.
Just take one.
Like, yeah, this doesn't hardly fit in. I mean, this is really like.
Oh yeah, this had like.
Yeah, like it's tight, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That is pretty,
oh my god!
Yeah, that's pretty,
way different.
Is that?
Like.
Oh wow! This is armor and it's lighter.
Yeah, so you just put this armor on the old one.
This is almost like a rotocast. Like this is.
It
almost
feels
like,
cheap. It feels like a knockoff. I wonder if they knock off their own shit in different factories to. Like,
I'm sure. Well, didn't they move all their factories to Vietnam now? Like
I know a lot of places have, but.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is like.
So you just swim without the. Yeah, like listen.
I don't like that chrome armor.
I don't either.
I hate it.
Damn, that's a lot of bling.
This armor is a huge improvement. God damn, man, he's really light.
Yep.
Just to be fair, we didn't notice the black paint on the lower legs. And just to be fair, we would like to point that out, that is a slight improvement. Also, there's a line on the chest. It's a little bit different. Kind of neat. Meh.
I think this is a Rom bad guy, but do you remember that?
Nope.
Nope, me neither. This is honestly like they could have taken that out of the set. And then this Action Man. Could this be anybody? Like what the fuck? Like who gives a shit about Action Man? Yeah, this in an X-Men movie costume. Isn't that what that is?
That
like
really
essentially,
looks like it, yeah.
Like this is just like Hasbro. Nobody gives a shit for Action Man. Fucking stop with Action Man.
Fuck you, Action Man.
All right, and then they come with these little Micronaut guys, which are like they're cute, but like I like the Baron Karza and I like the Krueger and I like the Bioman. That's cool, but like they literally are Micronauts.
Yeah, they're no good that size. Like I like my Micronauts like big and pretend they're small. I don't like them small and like.
Just stand there
and just do nothing. Like that's the Star Wars Micro Series shit.
Yeah.
Sweet,
The freebies, those were sweet. I won't criticize these because these are just like gimmies. But I hope that if they do a Micronaut series, that this is not their Micronaut series.
I think I was a little hard on these guys. I kind of dig these little dudes. Yeah, I like these little guys. All right.
I actually think this is cool. I don't know if you're familiar, but I wasn't a huge fan of the G.I. Joe Renegades series, but this is the Roadblock from the cartoon, and they never
like that actually.
Did you?
I'm trying. Is that the one where the flag got blown up?
No, it was after that one. It was like when it was like a small team and they were like on the run.
Didn't they get beat in the first couple episodes?
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost the flag in like the first couple.
Right,
yeah, I did like it. Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
So I do kind of respect this Roadblock because it was actually a figure that I believe they had sculpted, but the line got canceled, so they never released it. So it was a cool way to get out to G.I. Joe fans a Roadblock from that series. Now we're gonna get to MattTrakker, and
God,
this MattTrakker, I got issues with it.
I got a ton of issues with it. His helmet looks stupid.
Some of it is a retool from the MattTrakker that came out with the 25th anniversary. My issue with it is, I don't know. It's from the comic book. Like this isn't the MattTrakker I know. I don't even know what to say about it. Like I'm just gonna say it. Like I have no issue with them changing the racial ethnicity.
Me neither. But keep the fucking outfit the same.
Yeah.
Like I like the old M.A.S.K aesthetic.
I agree.
Color notwithstanding, but I mean, like...
Do you care about the size of the figure? Like, do you have a problem with it?
I prefer them smaller, but they're just cheaping out, trying to make it all one uniform size, so they don't have to make something original. I mean, I don't know. I don't like it.
It does not say MattTrakker to me.
Yeah.
What it is. It just like there really is
chunky ass helmet like that. Looks
yeah,
stupid.
It looks stupid. It just doesn't look like MattTrakker. Like, who is it? It's like
I didn't know. When you said you don't know who that is, and then I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, is that MattTrakker? But without knowing that's supposed to be MattTrakker, or not, without being prompted.
MattTrakker on it, would you know that's MattTrakker?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't read it, but without you prompting me that I should know who it was.
Right.
I didn't like. I thought about it. But, oh my god, that's MattTrakker.
You just think it was some sort of like Astro?
That was some just
G.I.
generic
Joe?
guy. Yeah.
The whole set was. I was
And I was
fortunate.
into M.A.S.K. as a
Yeah,
kid,
I
too.
know.
It doesn't those colors look MattTrakker, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, I mean it just doesn't scream MattTrakker to me other than the color of the uniform. The whole set, I was fortunate to be one of like 100 people to get these off Hasbro Toy Shop. .com, which is a nightmare of a toy site. They post this shit on the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives to the people who were not able to go, and I do appreciate that we do get a chance. I just happened to be on it in the 10-minute window that was available for anyone who wanted it, and I ordered it, and
this thing sold out.
Sold out immediately. $100.
Shit.
I think the value. I think $100 is a good value.
I mean, yeah, because like, what are those figures? $10.
Yeah, $10
this
a figure.
40.
This was a $40 figure, and it's an exclusive, and it comes in the biggest box ever. Like, this is ridiculous. I think $100 is a good value. The problem is
it's all junk.
I don't know. Yeah,
None of it's
junk.
cool, man. Like,
I kind of like the Leoric. I do kind of like it. The bitching about the hologram aside, I do like it. I have no problem with the fact that he's smaller than, like, Visionaries were bigger than G.I. Joe.
yeah,
What,
were they 4 inches?
They were like
or
4.5 inches.
But not 5.
Right.
They were a weird
They were
size,
not 3
yeah.
3/4 inch. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it, even though it's kind of weird because when you see it side by side, it does. You're like, wow, it's really, really small. But I mean, they're all cobbled together, and I don't know who they're trying. They're appealing to me, this '80s kid junkie. Other than Action Man, like, fuck Action Man, like, fuck Action Man.
Fuck you, Action Man.
Yeah, and Action Man's old school. Like, that's like way old
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
60s, 70s, 60s, 70s old school.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like they're rebooting it. For what generation, I have no idea, but he has no identity whatsoever.
It's like it's the answer to the question that no one asked, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you got it for $100 like I did, I think it's a good set. I think $100, you got $100 worth. But it's a set full of disappointment. It's not the ROM figure I always wanted. This Jetfire I already have, and it's shittier than the shit that was given to me.
Yeah.
I think the Roadblock is probably the high point if you liked the Renegades cartoon, and I think the Leoric is kind of a neat thing. But like, if they would have just come out with $10 for Leoric, I'd give him $10 and I would have been on my way. But give him a hologram.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Come on, man, you can't have a line.
Yeah, that's
called...
pretty crappy.
And this MattTrakker,
I'm not feeling it. I don't care.
I'm not either.
I don't like it. If that's where M.A.S.K is going, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's where M.A.S.K, if this is what they're planning on with
And they're not
M.A.S.K,
going to do vehicles good in that scale.
no,
They're,
totally
like, fine.
not.
So
I'll just buy the vintage M.A.S.K figures and toys. They're not even that expensive. Wow, I think we just shit on this
yeah, we
box set.
pretty much did. It's okay.
Any other
Here,
shits? Yeah, I didn't realize how junky that was.
Shit, watch. Good.
And the
bad.
thing is that
Good.
isn't even good.
Yeah, this is not good. Like, yeah, but
I do want to note that these not being in the back metal is a huge
so
improvement.
those go on
So
that.
those
You're
go
good
on
to-
this,
It's
and I'm
worth
not.
it if you have the Jetfire already, a good one, to put this on it, and then maybe it's worth it too. But
Do you think you could have scraped off the back metal?
I heard
deal?
there are ways to do it. I never.
Just
got
seems like a
to
lot
it.
of work.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
So, Hasbro, you're doing a great job of appealing to the 80s crowd, if that's what you're going for. Or is it the IDW crowd? I don't read the comics.
I don't know, man. Maybe they're doing good at screwing over the '80s crowd too. You know, they suck.
They kind of do.
They suck a little bit.
They do suck a
Like,
little
I mean,
bit.
like Rom, he's really loose. You know, it's like, watch here. Like, come on.
I don't think the
Come
ROM
on.
bothers me as much as it bothers you. It's just not the ROM that I so always wanted.
Like G.I. Joe figures from the '80s are tighter than that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean it's a cobbled together set. That doesn't.
Cobbled.
Yeah,
That is a good way of expressing this.
yeah. That's what I think it is. I think if you got it for $100, score. It's
Cobra.
It's
Look at Rama's a cobra.
Whoa, are you serious?
Yeah, Rama's a cobra.
Wow.
Speaking of cobbled.
Man, that is a big.
This is like the first. He's the first
Oh
bat
man,
viper.
so is Leoric.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like the first
They're
viper.
all Cobra stands, except for the G.I. Joe.
Well, it's because they want you to like convert Leoric into a Cobra La guy or something. You could make him a Cobra, like one of those guys. Or...
That's like a huge miss.
Chinsey.
I don't understand why they didn't. They literally put their names on Cobra stands. Like that's just like a detail that somebody at Hasbro should have paid attention to, right?
You think? They probably did, and they're like, nah, it'll cost too much money to change the mold. Just do it.
All right, well, you're probably not going to get the set for $100 because on eBay they're probably going for $200. I'm going to say save your money. If you can get a Leoric and a ROM for $10 a piece, which you probably won't, I think you should. And I especially think if you can get the Roadblock for $10 or whatever, you should. The Roadblock is probably the high point of the set.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Nerd out.
I am Leoric, king of the mustaches.